The line behind you is getting longer. You can hear the loud hissing sound of the espresso machine, the overlapping voices of native speakers chatting effortlessly, and the impatient tapping of shoes from the person standing directly behind you. Suddenly, the barista looks right at you and calls out, "Next, please!" In that exact millisecond, your heart drops into your stomach. You step up to the counter, you open your mouth to speak, but the giant menu board above you suddenly looks like a blurry ocean of impossible words. The simple vocabulary you practiced in your head, words like oat milk, decaf, or medium size, completely vanish. Panic takes over. You start stuttering, your hands shake slightly, and in a desperate attempt to just escape the terrifying pressure, you point to a random item on the menu that you do not even want to drink. You quickly pay, grab your receipt, and rush to the corner of the cafe. As you stand there waiting for a drink you don't even like, a heavy wave of embarrassment washes over you. You ask yourself, why is this so hard? Why does a simple task like ordering a coffee make me feel like a helpless child? Have you ever stood in that exact spot, feeling the sweat on your palms and the crushing weight of public humiliation? Have you ever walked out of a cafe or a restaurant feeling entirely defeated simply because your tongue tied up under pressure? If your chest feels tight just remembering a moment like this, I want you to stop whatever you are doing right now. Drop your shoulders, relax your jaw, and take a very slow, very deep breath in with me. And let it out. You have entered a safe, completely non-judgmental space today. You are not alone, and what you experienced was absolutely not a failure of your intelligence or your English ability. Today, we are going to look deep into the science of why your brain freezes in public spaces. We are going to gently heal this social anxiety, and I'm going to give you 3 beautiful, elegant techniques to help you reclaim your power. By the end of our time together, you will never fear a coffee shop line again. To heal this deep-rooted fear, we first need to understand the fascinating psychology playing out inside your mind. When you are standing in a public space surrounded by native speakers, your brain often falls victim to something called the spotlight effect. This is a very common psychological phenomenon where we falsely believe that everyone around us is paying intense attention to every single move we make. Your brain convinces you that the busy barista is judging your accent, that the person behind you is angry at your grammar, and that the entire cafe is secretly watching you struggle. But we must pair this illusion with another biological reality: performance anxiety. Because you feel the intense heat of this imaginary spotlight, your nervous system interprets this simple social situation as a physical threat. Your amygdala, the ancient survival center of your brain, activates the fight-or-flight response. Your heart races to pump blood to your muscles. Your vocal cords tighten up, and the language processing center in your prefrontal cortex is temporarily shut down. You literally cannot find the English words because your brain is preparing your body to survive a dangerous predator, not to order a cappuccino. The beautiful, liberating truth is this: no one in that cafe is actually judging you. They are completely consumed by their own lives, their own phones, and their own worries. The spotlight is an illusion created by an exhausted, overprotective brain. Once you realize that you are biologically safe, you can consciously begin to change your reaction. We are going to replace the panic with pure, professional grace. The first technique we will use is called the 3-second anchor. Most non-native speakers have a habit of rushing because we feel guilty for taking up space, and because we are terrified of making native speakers wait, we try to speak the very millisecond we reach the counter. This rushed, frantic energy guarantees a brain freeze. From now on, when you step up to the counter, I want you to claim your space. I want you to intentionally pause for exactly 3 seconds. Look the barista in the eyes, offer a warm, genuine smile, and take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 seconds will not ruin anyone's day, but they will completely reset your nervous system. And instead of instantly blurting out your order out of fear, you will start with an elegant greeting. You will say, "Hello, how are you doing today?" By asking them a question first, you completely flip the dynamic. You are no longer a frightened student taking an English test. You are a confident human being initiating a friendly, equal interaction. Let us practice this beautiful anchor right now. Imagine you are stepping up to that busy counter. Stand tall, relax your face, breathe in, smile, and say it with me out loud. Hello, how are you doing today? Perfect. Can you feel the shift in energy? You have taken total control of the pacing. You are safe and you belong there. Our second technique is a brilliant conversational tool called the elegant delay. One of the biggest triggers for panic is when we look at a complex English menu and realize we don't know what we want yet, but the barista is already waiting. We feel forced to make a split-second decision. We say, we look panicked and we feel foolish. But elegant communicators know how to buy time without sounding insecure. Instead of freezing, you are going to use a sophisticated phrase to warmly delay the interaction. You will look at the barista, smile gently, and say, "Everything looks absolutely wonderful. Could you give me just a moment to decide, please?" Let us look at the pure magic of this phrase. Everything looks absolutely wonderful. You have just given them a beautiful compliment. You made them feel good about their café. And then, "Could you give me just a moment?" You are communicating your need clearly and politely. It shows that you are a person with high standards who likes to take their time, not someone who is confused by the language. Let us practice this elegant delay together. Imagine you are staring at a giant menu and you need more time. Do not panic. Soften your voice, keep your hands relaxed, and say it with me. Everything looks absolutely wonderful. Could you give me just a moment to decide, please? Beautiful! You sound incredibly poised, polite, and sophisticated. You have transformed a moment of hesitation into a moment of pure class. The third and final technique is about handling the scariest part of the interaction, when the native speaker talks too fast and you do not understand what they are asking you. Maybe they ask if you want room for cream, or if it is for here or to go, and the words just blur together into one fast, incomprehensible sound. The natural instinct for ESL learners is to panic, widen their eyes, and say, "What?" or "I don't understand." This instantly makes you feel small and defeated. To maintain your professional grace, we use a technique called the confident clarification. You must remember that asking someone to repeat themselves is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of active, confident listening. You have the absolute right to understand what is being said to you. When they speak too fast, I want you to lean in very slightly. Keep your warm smile and softly say, "I am so sorry, I missed that. Could you say that just a bit slower for me, please?" Or, if you want to be even more elegant, you can say, "Could you possibly repeat that? It is a little bit loud in here." By blaming the noise in the cafe, you save face for both of you. You subtly take the blame away from your English skills. Let us practice this confident clarification. Imagine the barista just asked you a question at lightning speed. Do not freeze. Do not feel ashamed. Smile warmly and say it with me. "I am so sorry, I missed that. Could you say that just a bit slower for me, please?" Excellent. You sound so completely grounded and self-assured. When you speak to people with that level of respect and calmness, they will naturally slow down and match your beautiful energy. My dear friend, as we wrap up our time together today, I want to remind you of the incredible courage you possess. Every single time you walk out of your front door and navigate a foreign world in a second language, you are doing something extraordinarily brave. Ordering a coffee, buying groceries, or asking for directions. These are not small, meaningless tasks. They are daily, beautiful victories of the human spirit. Do not let a moment of forgetfulness or a fast-speaking stranger make you feel like you do not belong. You have every right to be in that cafe. You have every right to take up space. The world can wait 3 extra seconds for you to find your words. The next time you are standing in a long line and you feel that familiar heat rising in your chest, I want you to remember this safe space we created today. Remember to use your 3-second anchor. Take a deep breath and smile. Remember to use the elegant delay to buy yourself the time you truly deserve. And remember that you can always, confidently, ask them to slow down. Your worth is never defined by your perfect pronunciation or your flawless grammar. It is defined by the warmth, the courage, and the beautiful resilience of your heart. I am so incredibly proud of the hard work you are putting into yourself. Which of these 3 techniques feels the most helpful for your next trip to the cafe? I would love to hear your thoughts and your personal stories in the comments below. Please take your time this week. Be incredibly gentle with yourself. You are doing a magnificent job. I will see you next time.